Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones is a really fun song to play along with, and it's pretty easy to play. So this is a 4-string CVG lesson, and we're tuned to an open G. Low string is going to be a G. Next string will be a D. Next string will be another G. The high string is a B. Alright, we're going to come up to the, for the intro, we're going to come up to the 12th fret. We're going to bar that whole fret. We're going to take our middle finger, place that on the 13th fret on the B string, and our ring finger on the D string on the 14th fret, and while still barring the 12th fret. And we're going to want to lift those two fingers off but still fret the entire 12th fret, so like this. And that's how the song starts out. We're going to just strike that full chord one time, let off, and then strike the 12th fret one time. And we're going to take that same chord down to the 5th fret. Well, we're going to strike the 5th fret, let's see, 2 times. Strike the 5th fret 2 times. And then we're going to form that same chord like we did up here. We're going to form that right here. And just strike that once. And then strike the 5th fret one more time. So like this. We're going to come up here and do that same thing again on the 12th fret, and come down, strike the 5th fret twice again. Now instead of just striking those one time each, we're going to kind of strum this a little bit like this. Sounds a little different than the first one, so slowly from the very beginning. We're going to go up a 3rd time on the 12th fret. We're going to go back and do the same thing again. And one more time, a 4th time on the 12th fret. Now right here we're going to go down and strike the 5th fret twice. And then we're just going to form this chord right here and strike it once. So all of that slowly together. I'm going to go from the last one of the 4 out of the beginning, and it'll be like this. So and just stop. there, don't just strike the chord once. And right here we're going to go up to the 8th fret, bar the entire fret. Take your ring finger or your pinky, place that on the 10th fret on the upper G string. So we'll strike the 8th fret, bar the entire fret, strike it once. Place your finger on that string, on the upper G string on the 10th fret, strike that twice. And then the 8th fret again. And then we're going to go back down to the 5th fret, bar the entire fret. We're going to strike that 2 times. I usually do a downstroke and an upstroke. And then we're going to form that chord again. Place your middle finger on the 6th fret on the B string, and your ring finger on the D string on the 7th fret. Strike it twice, and then release it back to the 5th fret 1 time. So slowly. It's the same rhythm, just you have to do with a different chord. Now right here we're going to go down to the 1st fret and bar the entire fret. Take your ring finger or your pinky on the 3rd fret on the upper G string. Strike the 1st fret 2 times. Again, I like to do a downstroke and an upstroke. So, and then we're going to place one of your fingers on that note, strike that once. And then we're going to keep the same chord, just move it up to the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. Strike it once, and then release it to the 3rd fret and strike that once. So, from the beginning of that, real slowly. Whoops. Now we're going to go back up to the this chord on the 5th fret, and I'm pretty sure we're going to strike that 3 times, and then release it back to the 5th fret. So slowly again. Alright, now we're ready to go into the verse. Let's see. Basically, we're just going to play this little 2-note chord right here. We're going to hold down on the D string on the 5th fret, and also on the low G string on the 5th fret. So strike both of those together as a chord. And you'll use your ring finger or your pinky on the 7th fret on the D string. So you'll be going like. It's just a real little simple bluesy little riff, and basically it's kind of like this. We're going to come out of now we're going to come up to the 10th fret. We're going to play that same chord we played on the 12th fret and the 5th fret. We're going to play that chord on the 10th fret. And basically, the first time they do this, he just does it like this. Then they go right back into that. But this right here is I guess you'll hit that twice, and then put your finger on the 7th fret on the D string. Go back to the 5th fret. Kind of stop right there, and now we're fixing to go into the chorus. We're going to go down to the we're still going to play these little 2-note chord like we were playing right here, and we're going to go to the 3rd fret and just kind of, and then we're going to go up to the 5th fret, the same 2 little notes on the D string and the low D string. So let's see, and then we're going to strike the 3rd fret one time, strike the 5th fret again, and then strike it again. So slowly. So, okay, I'm going to play up to there from the very beginning real slowly so you can kind of see how it's like being put together. So. Now we're going to go into the chorus, and coming out of that, we're just going to hit an open G. Oh, that sounded bad. And right here, and also, I forgot at the very beginning of the song, but, okay, there's several guitar parts going on, but there's only 2 guitar players, so I'm just showing you mainly the main part of the song that you hear. So we're going to strike that open G, and now we're going to slide on the low G string on the 3rd fret up to the 5th fret. We're going to hit an open D string. We're going to strike the D string on the 3rd fret, and then again on the 5th fret. And actually at the very beginning of the song, if you have 2 people to jam along to play this, I have a couple of different parts to show you. So at the very beginning, when one guitar is doing the right there, the other guitar comes in with just, and they just ride that out until the next one. And then finally, that's actually Keith Richards that comes in with the he does that until he comes in. You'll hear it when you listen to the song, but he also does that at the beginning of the chorus. So we're going to strike the open G. And now we're going to do this right here. We're going to, on the 3rd fret, on the upper G string, we're going to hammer onto the 4th fret on the upper G string, like. We'll take our ring finger on the 5th fret on the D string, strike that once. And then we're going to strike the upper G string on the 5th fret. And then we're going to do that same little hammer on from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the upper G string. And then go back to the D string on the 5th fret. So slowly like this. You don't actually have to hit this note right here, that last note on the D string on the 5th fret. I like to hit it, but you don't have to. So slowly. We're going to go back into that chord on the 5th fret. So the way I do it, I strike the 5th fret once, or well, twice. And you can also strum it if you want. And then we're going to strike the open G again. So, and also if you want to, you can, when I'm telling you hit these single notes, on these notes right here, you can actually hit the upper B string if you want as a little 2-note chord. Like, yeah, anyway, so yeah, I mean, it makes it a little more interesting. So when you get used to playing that, just start. Makes it a little forward, but so again, real slow with the open E. While we're on the chorus, I'm going to show you Brian's part that he played. So when they both hit the open G, Keith Richards does. He does that over and over. Brian, when he hits the open G, he waits. It's real quick, and he kind of strums it a couple of times, the open G, and he's going to go. So we're going to, again, a little 2-note chord on the 3rd fret on the D string and the upper G string. So hit both of those together as a little chord, and we're going to do that same little chord up on the 5th fret. And it's going to, well, you'll strike it like this. Strike the 3rd fret one once. Well, actually, you strike it once, and then strike the open G once. And then we're going to go up and strike these two notes right here in this little chord. And then go back to the 3rd fret. And then hit the open G again. So coming out of that, I down pick it 3 times. So I'm going to play through that chorus 2 times. It only does the first chorus it only goes 2 times. So I'm going to play the Keith Richards part 2 times and then Brian's part 2 times. So let's see. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to play Brian's 2 parts. So. So, and then they do the last. And right there, they just slide right back into. And they only do it 1 time, and then right back into the verse. And this time, the second time when they go up to the 10th fret, they don't. He doesn't just. This time and the third time, he kind of plays around with that chord a little bit, so it's kind of like a. And when you listen to the song, you'll hear both of those little parts in there together. You really hear Brian's part. Brian starts the song off, and he has the louder guitar in that mix. Alright, well, I'm going to just quickly, well, not quickly, I'm going to go a little slow. I'm just going to play 2 times of the intro, and then I'm going to just play through what I've showed you, which is the intro, the little thing after the intro, going into the first verse, and then into the through the first chorus. So let's do this. Whoops. That's it. Right when you do the last, just slide right back up to the 10th fret and go right back into one of these. Just 1 time, and then they go right back and just directly into the second verse. The second and third time they go up to that chord on the 10th fret. They play around with it a little more. Like the first you can hear Brian just. This time it's more of a. Okay, now right here they go into the saxophone solo, and all they do there, they just slide right back up to the 10th fret. And they do that 4 times. The last time they kind of accent the and they go right back into the next chorus. And then right after that chorus, they go directly back into the and they just fade out with the chorus. And when Mick does his last, I think he's yelling yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, and the last little part after all those yeah, yeahs, we're gonna come down to the 3rd fret on the B string. We'll strike that twice. Upper G string on the 5th fret, 1 time. We'll walk it down to the 3rd fret, 1 time on the upper G string, and then 1 time on the D string on the 5th fret, like this. We're going to move up to the 8th fret and 10th fret and do that same thing. And then you go back to the 3rd fret. Do it 4 times. And then we're going to come down and do 1 more on the 3rd fret. And now we're going to come back up to the same position, but we're going to strike the 8th fret on the upper B string 1 time. And we're going to strike the upper G string on the 10th fret 1 time, kind of bend it up a little bit. Now we're going to strike the 8th fret on the B string 2 times. And then do it again. And that's the very end of the song. So slowly that's going to be like. And that's how they end the song. I hope y'all enjoyed this lesson, and I'll be back soon with another one. Thanks for watching.